Welcome back to Les Schwab Tire Center's Outdoor GPS. It's time for Owin's Field Report, sponsored by Les Schwab Tire Centers.
The only report I have for Owin's Field Report is depression. Now, I want you to all understand, and just this next week, we're going to do a photo dump. It's going to be on one of our social things, either Instagram or Facebook or both. I have no clue. That's an Eva thing. But my last thought on 2023, 2024, before all that, great season, tons of fun, lots of limits, lots of birds. It was a tough one, weird season overall. But for all of us that are crazed duck hunters, the next day or two, I realize some of you can go, he's so full of it. No, there's an absolute depression that sets in. This is actually scientifically proven through DU over the years. It's okay. It's all right. Just when you put everything away, just understand there's next season, right? And you can start planning now. I'm just telling you, even start buying some ammo now, right? Because it's a bit cheaper, right? You can start preparing already. It's a thing, everyone. It really is. When you see the duck hunter in your life, man, woman, or child, and they're a little bit quiet, they're like, and you don't know why, don't ask. Just assume it's okay. Because I know if it weren't for football today and the future of chasing some more steelhead, I would be sewered. Ask Eva, she knows. Okay, quickly, river levels, then we're going to go to Mark. Mark's got a great update for us. Okay, so they did change this morning. When I looked at it first thing this morning, it just showed that this blue line, which is actual, was a little bit ahead of schedule. Okay, this was supposed to get up into the 18s, if you remember watching the show yesterday, right? You didn't miss the show, right? It did change. So it looks like things are going to drop a little bit faster, which is good. I mean, if you're like me, I got some plans for this upcoming week. I'm going to make some things happen, I hope. We'll see how it goes. But going forward, it's all the same, all the way up and down the coast as well. They've made an adjustment, didn't quite get as high. It did get to action stage, but these are dropping right now. By tomorrow, sometime Monday, you better be paying attention to some of your favorite spots along the coast. And like I mentioned earlier, some of the rivers along there drop and clear faster. So you don't have to hibernate too long if you're going nutty for it. I know that I am now. I actually had thoughts about spring Chinook yesterday. I got to get that out of my head. This is kind of funny how it didn't really update. But overall, all the rivers up and down the coast, north, east, are planning, or at least forecasted, to drop a little bit faster than what they were just showing just 24 hours ago. So it's a darn good thing. If you're wanting to get out there, next day or two, by all means, before work, after work, or whatever it might be, you're going to have some options there. But like I mentioned a little bit ago, there's a lot of different ways that you can go after steelhead. One of my favorite would be plunking, and Mark is from Milwaukee, and he's got an update, or at least a report for one of the more popular areas when you're talking about chasing steelhead. And of course, don't forget to send Jason an email over there at Procure. We're going to talk about some different scent options for steelhead in just a little bit. That's Jason at procure.com. Mark, okay, what you got for everybody?
Hey, man, I've been fishing down there at MD, and that water's kind of... Oh.
I can't hear him, guys. Can you?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
I've been fishing down at MD, and the water's very high, and we've been catching a little bit of steelhead here and there, a couple of wild ones, but there's a lot of garbage, a lot of leaves, going down, so you got to reel in about every 5 minutes to clear your line.
Okay, let's cut away, guys. I can't take it, and nor can my viewers. Basically, what he said there, everyone, is that he's been spending some time plunking over at Meldrum Bar, lots of debris, fish here, fish there. If you do go out plunking, it doesn't matter what area, what river you're going to be on. Right now, with how things are changing and dropping, yes, you're going to run in to debris and different things that are going to, make things a little bit more difficult. Can you take another one before we go to Katie? Okay, Jake. We got Jake from Goldendale. Hopefully we can hear him a little bit better. Again, Mark, not to give you a hard time, but thank you for the heads up. We appreciate it. Jake from Goldendale has a question or a comment about the steelhead run. What's going on, Jake?
Hey, when does the main steelhead run come up the Columbia River?
Up to Columbia?
Yeah.
Well, number one now, not necessarily winter, quote unquote, winter steelhead. A lot of B run and summer steelhead that are heading over to the east side currently. But if you were waiting for a steelhead opportunity anytime soon, they're there now. But if you want to wait for like the larger run, larger numbers, it would be the quote unquote summer steelhead. And that's a little bit later on in the year. But if you were thinking about getting out there now, there are fish in the likely areas that are open. So make sure you pay attention to that. One of which that is open is the John Day area. Say that again?
I've been watching the Bonneville fish count, and last time I looked at it a week ago, it was only 62 steelhead over the dam.
Yes. And
then free fishing's coming up in February, the 17th and the 18th. I like to fish them out to John Day into the chutes. But if there ain't no steelhead coming over the dam, I'm wasting my time.
Yes, sir. And you would be, you'd be correct. If you're going to spend time up there in that area too, don't overlook looking at the Dalles. The Dalles is also a great source because you'll sometimes find a different number over Bonneville, and then you'll look at the Dalles, and it might even be higher.
Yeah, I know. I do that all year. Look at John Day, look at the Dalles, and look at Bonneville, because I look at the mouth of the chutes, and then John Day, you got the mouth of the John Day River up there for plunking.
Yeah, no question, sir. So, yeah, they're there.
But, I mean, over the John Day, when you only got 2 or 3 fish, and then 5 of them come over the Dalles Dam, and then 62 over Bonneville, I mean, come on.
Yeah, no, I get it. And it's really a tough scenario, at least if you're looking at the numbers now, because obviously everyone, January 1, everything kind of changes. So those fish that you would, ultimately want to target if you wanted to go after them now, they're already there. They've been counted weeks and months ago. They're going to stage and hang out there before either they make their way over to the east side, all the way over, like into Idaho, or some of them will go into some of the other tributaries. But, yeah, other than waiting for those numbers to climb, you got, unfortunately, several months. Hey, sir, thank you for calling, though. We appreciate it. And good luck when you get out there. Be safe, okay? We'd love to see some photos from that side. All right, let's check in with Katie Suniga and find out if anything changed on her end when you're talking about the weather. Our river levels did change a bit, but Katie, how are things looking for this upcoming week?
Well, we're actually going to be dry for a bit. Wednesday is the only day we're really expecting to see anything substantially wet. Other than that, it's just a mainly dry or a few showers as we end January and get into the start of February. Had some sunshine out at the Newport camera there, and temperatures already into the 60s. If you look up in Vancouver, that's only 45, and that is what you call a temperature change because of an east wind. We looked at this yesterday. This is that atmospheric river that we're paying attention to, and you'll notice it is shifting. It has shifted just like we thought, but you have just a little spray that just stays right with us, and then we're dry. We get into Tuesday, and now we're starting to see everything shifted down. So we're starting to get cut off from that flow and puts us into a Thursday, Friday, Saturday where things are more mainly dry. By then, today about 2 o'clock, you'll see some showers just right through here, and that's about all that we have expected for the rest of today. And then we stay dry. We have some breaks in the clouds. We'll see some sunshine. This is already Monday, 6 o'clock. You can see not too much activity. Now we're into Tuesday. A few showers are in here for us. Tuesday afternoon, not much, a shower here or there, just a few clouds. And now we're into Wednesday, that more wet day of the week. Accumulation wise, we're at about 9 1/4 total for the month of January, and what we're expecting between now and Tuesday night is only about another 1/10 of an inch. We will see more on Wednesday. Here's the big news for this week. We broke a record yesterday in Salem, and we might break one again today. I mentioned that is thanks to an east wind. We have that wind coming through. I've had some questions about what does that mean as far as who gets impacted, who's not. Pretty much if you're out through the mouth of the gorge, Gresham, Troutdale, Portland Airport, Vancouver, and then moving up, then you're going to be impacted by the east wind. Temperatures will be in the upper 50s. If you're anywhere south of Portland Metro and out to the coast, you're most likely going to be the low to mid 60s. We start a cooling trend that takes us into the first of the month, and we start pretty mild and below average by several degrees. So that's really not much of a change, I think, from yesterday, Owen.
It'd be, nice to see a little bit of a warm transition, but it looks like we're coming back into normal conditions toward the latter part of the week.
Yeah, and if I can have just 1 second, I had a request for snow levels, and so I just want to let people know that I'm given about 1.5 minutes, and that's not a lot of time to go over all the aspects of a forecast that I would love to go over with you. So I promise when it's super important, like when I showed you the snow levels dropping to the surface a couple weeks ago, I'll definitely show you those when that's really, really important. But otherwise, I kind of have to pick what do I need to highlight. And right now, it's those warmer temperatures.
Yeah, perfect. We get it. We appreciate all the efforts. Thank you very much, Katie. Have a great week, okay? We'll see you on Saturday. All right, everyone, we're going to come back from this break. We're going to have Brandon Glass from Team Hookup Guide Service. He is not, unfortunately, on the water, okay? Well, because things are popped right now. But we're going to get some of his insight on what might help you become more successful. And we're just going to talk about steelhead. So stick with us. We're going to have some fun with that in just a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere.
Outdoor GPS is brought to you by P-Line, because we fish, by Hawken Fishing, perfection in fishing gear, and by Haxton's Canvas and Upholstery, the trusted name of the Pacific Northwest.